Hey folks, welcome back. Well, I thought maybe I'd just sort of bring you along on doing the passenger side rear window motor, replacing the bushing pins or torque pins, whatever you want to call them. I don't know exactly what they're called. In the previous video, we did the driver's side, which that window did not roll up and down. You can hear the motor moving. This window appears to work just fine, but based on the other videos and what we've found in the front two having to replace, I'm pretty sure that the this passenger side rear one right here is going to need the same thing, so we might as well just do it. Besides the window, you know, it's already now, this is the fourth one, so 4 doors. So anyhow, we'll get this thing all taken apart and have a look-see at it, and I might even experiment with a couple of other ways of putting those torque pins in there. They haven't been very hard for me on this car, but sometimes they can be a little bit of a bear, but I want to experiment with maybe a couple of other ways to try it, and we'll see how that goes. So let's keep going. Well, same thing as the other 3 doors. This has never been drilled out. So you got these 3 dimples right here. You know, on both the fronts, you know, one of these didn't quite line up with the bolt, but on the other rear that we did on the driver's side, these all lined up. So I used a hole saw. I think this time I'm just going to use a 1/2 inch drill bit, because that's big enough to get my nut driver in and out of there. And then we'll get that motor pulled off, unplug it from here. Well, it was definitely a good call to try to get this. Let's see this gear here. Yeah, really no torque pins left in this deal here, so that's exactly what we're going to find. Even though the window was working, it wouldn't have lasted much longer. Boy. Sometimes these things are stuck on there pretty good. Yeah. And you know, the other thing too is you know, this grease is just old and gunky, and you know, it's just good to get it all. Even if these torque pins and all that stuff were decent, it's just good to get in here and get all that grease out of there. This is the best one yet, as far as you know. You can still see we got some of them left. All my other ones didn't have anything, but I'm gonna get all that cleaned up. We'll make this close to brand new as possible. See, these were this is all my other 3 look like. In my last video, this one looked different. It did have a date on it of 12/7/78, but it was all, and I just took a rag and I wiped off like all this stuff here, and it totally erased the numbers. I don't know, that apparently that one must have been replaced or something, maybe a warranty thing or something like that. But anyways, you can wipe these off. These don't seem to erase or nothing, so I don't know. Okay, well, we'll get all this cleaned up. Well, pliers, show you how this. I usually just grab these right here like this. Yeah, this grease is just old. This needs to get out of here. Get all new grease and it's cleaned up. All right, I'll do the same thing we did with all the other ones. Put some grease on this worm gear, and a little bit around here. I usually always put a little dab in here. Whether that's right or wrong, I don't know. kind of what I wanted to experiment with a little bit is putting these in here like this and seeing if this can yeah, that's not going to do it that way. But the other thing I wanted to see too is if, so we know that's not going to work. So, and you watch my video doing the right passenger side, I do show this pretty well about how to get these started in here. But we're just going to try it a different way than we did before. No particular reason other than just kind of farting around. So now I've got grease all over my fingers and stuff, but yeah, this one's being a lot more stubborn than all the rest of them. Now this is what I've had to do in the past. I just didn't have to do it on any of the ones from this car. Okay. Which is kind of nice to see that sometimes you just have to fight and work a little hard with, but here we go. It's all in there. The thing that we did this time was, you know, I've never put these together, you know, out here like this. I've always done it, you know, starting with this gear in there. And I'm just wondering if, you know, by going to the vise and all that stuff, it's a lot easier just to handle just this thing. But I don't, you know, I don't see why. Yeah, that's perfect. That's the way I'd do it. I would assemble this outside and then just stick it in there just like we just did right there. So a little bit more grease here. I have lost my cover. You're probably yelling at me. It's right there. It's right there. okay. See, after even wiping this off, you know, we didn't get into the part number or anything like that. You know, this thing's got a 12478, so I bet you that other one was replaced a few years after under a warranty deal, and that's why it had a 1978 also, you know, but it looked a little bit different, so cool to think about. Anyways, but yeah, so now we don't have the play in the gear anymore. This is what we want. All right, let's give this a try. Pretty dang good. You know, obviously watch my video where I took this door apart, showed how to grease all the tracks, and then we greased or lubricated the power door locks, because this side actually wouldn't work prior to that. And then I also got that same video shows how to do the whole door panel and whatnot. So anyways, yeah, it's a good call on getting this one. Now we got all 4 of them done on this car, and you know, next video we're going to be investigating is the power antenna that's not working. We can hear the motor in it too, but it's not doing anything. And it used to work real good. But anyways, we'll keep on going here with this one and get this put back together. Well, now I got my cigar lit, windows all working good. I'm just missing the chauffeur. But anyway, this window's working real good. Anyways, thanks for watching.